Hey Year 5. So we're going to be doing some artwork today. And as you know, you've been thinking about Robert McCall. And so what we're doing is having a look to see if we can maybe use Robert McCall for our inspiration. Now I've taken a little section of Robert McCall's picture here. You can choose any part. Now you don't have to copy a piece of his work. You can use him just for inspiration. So you totally design your own image, your own creation. That would be the ideal if you make it completely your own. Now I've just taken a bit of it so I can sort of show you some techniques, because we're aware that obviously at home some of you have got paints and crayons and pastels and things, and some of you might not. You might just have your pencils. So don't worry, if you do just have a pencil, you can still create things. So I thought I'd just show you here some ideas, some techniques that you could use that might help you. So I've just started this off here. I'm not sticking exactly to the picture, I'm just using it as my inspiration. But I want to draw your attention to things like where we've got the light and the shadow. Right, so just like in space, obviously we know from learning about the solar system, we know that obviously from our work on the moon, we know all about shadows caused by light. So here you can see that on this side of my, whatever it is, it might be a planet, it might be some other kind of thing in space. I've got a bit of light here. So the way that I've created that is I've actually used my rubber. So I've done my sketching, and then I got my rubber. It's really hard to do, sorry, while I'm holding my phone as well. But I just rubbed out down here. I'm just going to show you how you might do that. Do you see this line here? This long line of light looks like a comet. Okay, it looks like a shooting star. My son's telling me it looks like a shooting star. And it does, it could be a shooting star. So I'm going to show you how you might create that kind of effect using a rubber. So bear with me a moment, I'm actually going to get my son to hold the phone. Tobes, can you hold that phone for me? Can you hold the phone? Okay, I think you have to take your hand off the thing. Professional work here, kids. Professional. Okay, you got it there?
My 6-year-old brother is definitely not professional.
Oh, okay. I think you're doing a wonderful job, Toby. Okay, so in order to create that effect, all you're going to do is you're going to get sort of a point on the rubber. So get a sharper bit. Try not to use a big thick bit like this. You want to try and get a sharper bit like this, so it's got like a ridge to it. And you're simply going to go from the point that you want it out. Now you'll have to just do it a few times to really rub away what you've done. Do you hear my spacey music in the background? Okay, I'm just going to try not to rub it too hard, because you will actually get rid of the pencil. You'll sort of smudge the pencil. Right, so I've started to create a bit of a picture there. Well done, Tobes, thank you. Right, so I'm going to bring this back in a little bit, so that I can feel like I've got that shooting effect. Okay, now it's not ideal because obviously I'm rushing this to try and show you what I've done, but you can sort of go back over and fill in if you've done too much, but you can see that I'm here, down here. Sorry, Tobes, can you just aim it there for me? That's good, lad, thank you. Okay, so down here, I'm trying to create a bit of a circle. And then we've got it coming out of there. And then it goes up into my, okay, goes up into, the light comes up into my planet here, it might be my moon. So some other things to think about is perhaps trying to get like the spherical effect to your planets. And there's ways that you can do that. So you can, obviously, it's all about how you shade. So you need to make sure that rather than just colouring straight across, that won't give you the right shape that you need. So you need to go round. Can you see how I'm shading in that direction? And you start to see that spherical effect, and then it's sort of straight down the middle, and then you start to curve it in the other direction. And again, I've got the light coming from here. This has created a lot of light. So I've got the light coming across here. So this is where the lightest part of my picture is, and it's really dark on the other side, okay? So, I've got a proper sketching pencil here, so it's easier, I have to say it is easier to create that shadow and that shading effect, but you can still do it with a normal pencil. Okay, so there we go, I'm just creating that darker side of the planet and keep that side quite bright. And then for up here, look, all I've done is I've just kind of gone around.
Shooting firefly.
Okay, so it's just a few ideas of things that you might like to do. That's a whole contribution from my family. Okay, all right, good luck.